Hello, everybody. It is Steph, the Crafty Medic again. I am going to try recording this again. Hopefully, my sound works this time because I did have a little bit of things to say as I'm doing this. So what we're doing is I'm showing you how to make that resource list through DBWS if you subscribe to DBWS that will link people back to your product list in your store as opposed to the generic wish list that we've been using for tutorials on crafty collaborations. So if you don't subscribe to DBWS, don't worry about it. You don't have to. You do get your first 2 months for free if you do that. That's just through Stampin' Up. That has nothing to do with me or this group. So contact demo support if you don't have your code, and you can actually get your first 2 months for free. Other than that, if you're a subscriber and you already pay for that, great, you can use this. Or if you don't want to subscribe, you can always just use the wish list feature that we've been using anyways. So when you go into your DBWS, this is what the backend looks like if you've never signed in. There's a ton of stuff in here that we're not even going to get into. What I'm going to show you today is how to make your own resource. So where you're going to go is you're going to go to Business, Resource Library. Give it a second. You're going to go into My Files here. This is where all your own files are that you've made. And you can see I use this a fair bit. So this is where kind of all of my bits and pieces are, and I'm going to add a shareable up here. You do have to give it a name. So for this one, I'm using the Enjoy the Moment stamp set. So I'll just put that in there. We're going to do an image. You can do different file types. You can drop down and see. You can post videos. You can do PDFs. So if this is how you want to share your tutorial bundles, that's a great way to share that tutorial bundle, is to make it a resource. All these different things you can do. For this though, we're just going to do an image, and then you're going to choose your file. For the tutorial bundles, you're submitting a non-watermarked image, but for this one, you can absolutely use a watermark, or you can use a graphic, whatever you want to do. And then the description, you don't have to fill this out. You can, so I'm just going to put in here, place an order with me and you'll get the tutorial bundle. And then this is where the magic happens. So you're going to go to shareable link down here, and you can do these other ones, but what we want is we want add to cart. And this is what's going to give us that product list. So for this one, obviously we want the Enjoy the Moment stamp set. I'm going to show you. If we put in Enjoy the Moment and search, this is going to bring back a whole whack of stuff because it searches for Enjoy the and Moment. So it's going to bring back a whole bunch of stuff, and it's not going to actually have what we want right at the top. So we'll give it a second. Yeah, it's not even there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search by moment, and you'll see how that search changes. Okay, so now we've got ones that are just moment. Again, some of these, there's things that are in the description. Okay, so maybe we do enjoy instead. See if that works a bit better. So this search can be a little bit finicky to get used to. The easiest way, and I'm going to let this finish its thing. See, because it's searching the descriptions too. So sometimes the descriptions mess with things. What you can do though is you can search by product number. So I have the stamp set's product number, and then I'm just going to type that in. And then when I hit search, it's going to bring me to exactly what I want. So that's way easier for that type of thing. For things like our dies, if I do rectangle, stitch dies, it brings it right up, easy peasy. For colors, sometimes you're going to want to do like the ink and the paper and the ribbon or whatever. So you can easily just search for like part of the color name, and it'll bring up everything kind of with that color. So I just want the ink actually for this. I'm just going to select the ink, and then I'm going to do espresso. We'll search for that. I'm going to put cardstock there. Oh, and then I have that In Good Taste DSP. So I'm just going to search taste. I think that's going to be the most specific word I can search for. Perfect. There it is. There's that designer series paper. Oh, but I want to move this designer series paper. I actually want to move it up in the list. So I'm going to scroll that up in the list. There we go. Perfect. Okay. What else do I want in here? I want my linen thread maybe. And you can do as much or as little in here as you want. At very least, you're going to want to put in things like your stamp set, your DSP, any specific dies or punches you're using, whether you include all the colors of ink and all the colors of cardstock, all those kinds of things, that's completely up to you. And especially when it gets down to, things like, are you going to include a bone folder or your snips, your take your pick tool, all those little things you may or may not want to include, that's totally up to you. But you do want to have things like the stamp set, the designer series paper, the ribbon embellishments, those kinds of things, because those are the things that people are going to be asking, hey, what piece did you use for this project? So those are kind of the questions you want to be able to answer in this list. Once you're happy with your list, you can hit submit and it'll take a second, and then it will bring you back to that main page, and I'll show you what it looks like. Sometimes it's faster than other times. There we go. And then it'll kick us back to this page. So now we can see we've got this enjoy the moment card here. And let's preview what that looks like. So what we're going to do, this is showing us all the pieces that we have. This picture is way too big and kind of confusing. So let's look what this actually looks like to customers. We're going to click on this green link over here, and we're going to take this link and we're going to copy it. And then we're actually going to view that. It's called a microsite. Okay, so this is what customers are actually seeing. So they can see that image that we uploaded, then title and the description, and then we have our products over here. They can either click on individual projects here, or they can just add all to cart, and they can actually shop everything that you need to make that project all in one. And again, this is linked back to your specific store. This will get a little bit persnickety because sometimes it's going to be in different markets. So the prices may not be completely accurate, things like that. So we're going to try this out. If it doesn't work for us, we can always go back to the other one. And then that link that we copied from this site here, this is what you're actually going to paste into the tutorial form. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll try it out, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think about this. Happy stamping. Bye.